What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm so sorry. So I haven't been doing late night cash shows lately. Bear with me. You know, this new parenting thing, it's, you know, I need to take care of her more than take care of my business till then. Returning to the topic, like back to topic, right? Well, we never got into topic to say back to topic. One thing came by through I think it was a Twitter post. This person went through the Other Ocean company, and then as you scroll through it, you're gonna see our games section, and then on the our games section there's gonna be a bunch of photos of games they have done or games that'll be coming soon. Like in that section, when you're sliding to the phone or scrolling or moving them in the computer, wherever you were seeing this, there's a couple of games that say coming soon with a picture on the background, like it's a concept art with everything but no name on it and just says coming soon. You cannot click on it, you cannot do anything, it just says coming soon. And one of those in one of those coming soons, we get to see this particularly similarity to one of our favorite games, as it means a certain few, but it's London. It's like a London street, like a town, brick buildings and stuff, and it has that back in the day 1800 style to it, right? The really gothic Jack the Ripper days, and no pun intended. Well, it was not intended, but now that I realize it, now I'm intending it. So we see this picture, right? And this picture has like this background, like this town with lights, and it's night, and there's some security guards, right? And of course, it's strange because this is a similarity to this. Now the Reddit post, not Reddit, I think it was on Reddit that they found this. One of the comments says that when they went to the files and everything for the code name of that specific picture of coming soon, it says Whitechapel. If you know the game, or if you're going to play, there's going to be a level that's going to be named Whitechapel. Now it doesn't resemble anything of the town, because Whitechapel is not the town. Let me put. Alright, but what I mean by this is called Whitechapel because you go to a chapel and you get to do a puzzle there that you can figure out certain things to dress yourself to go inside a place that requires you to be a human being, and you need to be dressed or something. You need to have a card. So you need the card, you need a stick that you get in the first areas. And I think the museum is the one where you get the walking stick, or no, Kingston. No, yeah, the first chalice is the stick. Here's the thing: the level is called Whitechapel, and in the comments sections, somebody mentioned that the coding for this coming soon picture is Whitechapel, and not to be all paranoid and everything, that every little detail that we see is MediEvil 2 coming. No, that's the thing. This is the first one that we don't see to get a huge hype of, like, we're getting, there's been a lot of like fake news, right? And it's weird because this is the most coincidental hint that we would ever get, because come on, you're gonna make another game that is set on that same time period from the level of Whitechapel and call it Whitechapel as well. Like, what's the thing here? Now, we notice in the picture that the guards, they don't tend to look as a PS5, PS4 remake, right? But again, as you think about the game, you don't have to be perfect. It has to look wacky and cartoonish and like horror-ish at the same time, very Tim Burton-y, right? Like, and I get that. I get that when we see the picture, it's like, that's impossible. It doesn't look like MediEvil 2 Remake. It just looks like another game set in that time period, set in that setting. And I don't know if it has something to do with MediEvil 2 Remake being done. They say, the Other Ocean say that we're not going to work on it. However, if they get a green light, they will definitely be on board for it. They never say that we're not going to. They say that they are not. They haven't gotten any call to say, hey, work on our MediEvil 2 Remake. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it doesn't feel like it's going to be MediEvil 2 Remake. It feels like we're just we're just accidentally thinking it is, and it's not. But then you think about the coincidences. Like first, Whitechapel. That's the name of the. According to somebody says that the file name, so it says Whitechapel. For that picture of the coming soon thing, whatever. And then we get MediEvil 2 and play the game. We got it on PlayStation 5 recently, right? Like about 3 or 2 months ago, we got MediEvil 2 on the PlayStation 1 for the PlayStation 5 PlayStation Plus Classics, and now we're getting this picture. And it's named by a level, like from a level in MediEvil 2. You know what I mean? You see the connections going here? I think they wanted to do, that's what I say, I told you guys, that the PlayStation Plus Classic MediEvil 2 being here is so random, like it's so unpredictable. I don't think there's gonna be a chance from this game coming to the PlayStation Store and all of a sudden it does, and I'm like, whoa, it came out of nowhere. We're getting MediEvil 2 from the PlayStation 1 finally, dude. I've been wanting for that game to be on the PlayStation Plus Classics or PlayStation 1 Classics since PlayStation 3. And finally we got it. You know, we don't have to buy it or emulate it. This game is expensive. It's 90 bucks. It's a 70. I got it for 70 bucks, and that was the cheapest one I could find. So if you do have a console, if you want to buy it physical, it's not gonna be easy, you know, not easy to find, but when you find it online or stuff like that, it's gonna be like huge price, you know. Do you see what I'm getting at? Things don't add up here to be, oh, just a dumb coincidence. It's not MediEvil 2. Look at the facts. Look at the facts, guys. MediEvil on the PlayStation 5. Then all of a sudden, Other Ocean has a coming soon with like a Whitechapel redone. But I look at the graphics, like I look behind and I see that it looks like a PlayStation 1 game. And I'm like, are you making a game that is set on that time period exactly the same as MediEvil 2, and you're gonna call it Whitechapel the game, or Whitechapel Adventure Thief game, where, you know what I mean, like referencing MediEvil for a tribute to MediEvil 2, but I mean, it's so hard for that to be, you know, it's so hard that it's another game. I don't believe it's gonna be another game. It makes more sense that it clicks with everything connected to a MediEvil 2 remake, and I'm glad that a lot of people are willing and you know, wanting this remake done, because a lot of people say don't do the remake, just do a sequel, forget about MediEvil 2, but it will just feel empty. We need that remake done and then do the sequel, or just do anything else that you want. If I don't get MediEvil 2 remake, it's not about MediEvil franchise, it's about MediEvil 2 in per se, you know what I mean? Like, it's not about MediEvil itself, it's MediEvil 2. Just MediEvil 2. I want MediEvil to be a remake that way. You know, it feels a connection, I feel whole, I feel like, okay, yeah, now we can continue. If I do MediEvil 3 right now, it's gonna be like, but a lot of people didn't get to, you know what I mean? Well, we do have it on PlayStation 1, for PlayStation, in the PlayStation 5, but I want a remake, you know? Like, why would you do, there's a lot of games, dude, that have done, like, Destroy All Humans. Who the fuck asked for Destroy All Humans remake? I never heard anybody talking about, hey, what about if we do a Destroy All Humans remake? That would be fucking awesome, right? I never heard anybody. Maybe there were a franchise, but like a fan base or something, like us right now, MediEvil like people, right? But I never heard of that, and I never heard of MediEvil 1 remake either. And we did see a couple of things actually before it got done. Somebody made like an Unreal Engine video and show like, hey, this is how it would look on PlayStation, please bring back MediEvil. And we got the MediEvil 1. But why didn't you do the sequel? Why? Well, a lot of people say like, oh no, because it has a lot of sexual and racial, and dude, come the fuck on, dude, you can change that then. You can, like Spyro with the fucking gun for paintball gun. I'm gonna hate it, I'm gonna be mad at it, but hey, at least we got a remake, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, the Asian wizard, the warthog, it's fucking racist as hell, but it doesn't fucking matter. I never saw it as a racist thing. It's just a character. It's just an evil maniac that we gotta defeat in the fucking freak show, right? The fat ladies. Who cares? You know, bearded fat ladies existed in the freak show before the game was out. That's how they got the inspiration. So please, I beg you, don't say any of those stuff, because it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? We cannot be sensitive about remakes. So I think it connects. I think it's gonna, my opinion, I think it's gonna be a MediEvil 2 remake. But I'm afraid of saying that too. You know what I mean? I'm afraid of saying that too. What if it's not? But what if it is? It's too much of a coincidence to not be. You know what I mean? It doesn't say anything. They haven't said anything, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, I don't know, like, let me know, guys, in the comments below. Like, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. I truly believe it's hard for me to, you know, for you to me to say that I'm wrong and it's not going to be MediEvil 2, right? You're seeing the whole thing, right? It doesn't look like a MediEvil 2 remake when we see the picture, but it is a level in the game, and it has the guards, the lights, it's at night, it has the coffee sign swirls from the coffee shop, and you're like, dude, I think it is, it's gonna be, but then you're like, but what if it's not? Because we have gotten so much hurt. The boy cried wolf. If you're new here, subscribe, hit that bell icon so we're not missing any of my beautiful content. I will see you on in another video. Hey guys, I ain't quitting, so don't you. Please go inside that petition for MediEvil 2 Remake. Links down below for the petition. And please, guys, you know, spread the word. You know, share my video. Give me your opinion. Tag me on your videos. Let me see your opinions. And let me comment on your videos. You know what I mean? Let's be all friends here, you know. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Galapedia. Steven alias MediEvil fan 147. Shout outs to Moscatobot Collects. Shout out to everybody who appreciates MediEvil as a whole, and cross fingers to get this done and finally get a remake so we can continue the franchise. Please don't don't continue the franchise without a MediEvil 2 remake. Please, please, Sony, please. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.